Alright, welcome to episode 5 of Wiki, What? On this episode, we have our teacher edition. Our 3 teachers we have...
Boa Dominic.
Ms. Ellis.
Mr. Glitko.
And they will have to, again, once again, hear our 3 facts. One of them is completely made up. The other 2 are real facts from Wikipedia that we have found from, just some random articles. So, again, you are trying to pick out which one is the fake. Our first set, these are our government-related questions. Fact 1. We tend to think of our time as particularly polarized when it comes to politics. But in 1856, there was a confrontation between a House rep and a senator where one man took a cane and physically beat the other nearly to death over a speech given in Congress on the issue of slavery. Fact number 2. While most people know about the high-profile impeachments of President Clinton and President Trump, there have been many cases of lower-level officials being impeached, including that of Thomas Georges, a U.S. appellate judge who was accused of taking a bribe in a case that consisted of livestock. Judge Georges allegedly accepted a gift of 12 horses in exchange for casting a swing vote in a case in 1878. He maintained his innocence but resigned from his position. Or, fact number 3. Despite requirements being set for people to be eligible to run for Congress or for president, there are absolutely no requirements or restrictions at all concerning who can be nominated by the president for the Supreme Court. Which of those is made up? Do we all have our answers?
Yes.
Flip them over. And number 2 is the false one, so each of you do get a point. That one is completely made up. The other 2 are totally true. Set 2. These deal with history. It is a commonly told story that after the Romans razed Carthage, they salted the earth, but there is little evidence that this actually occurred, and there are no contemporary texts that bring this up. It is probably just a myth. Fact 2. The very last of the ancient Egyptian pharaohs was Ptolemy Caesarion, the son of Cleopatra. He went into exile and was believed to have later been executed by Caesar Augustus, and Egypt then became part of the Roman Empire. Or fact number 3. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon were destroyed when King Nebuchadnezzar, who had them built, died and left in his last will and testament that he wanted the gardens razed and burned to the ground, a feat which his son saw to it that it happened. Which of those is completely made up? You got government on the first one. You really can't complain about the other three.
I can't.
Being not U.S. history. You guys all have it?
Yep.
Flip them
I think
over.
so.
And the false one is the Hanging Gardens one.
Whoa, I knew it.
I
See,
knew
I'm
it was
so
either-
smart.
We keep on the same thing. You are cheating.
Round 3. These are science related. Many people know that the periodic table consists of groups, columns, and periods, rows, that the elements in each group and period have similar chemical properties. However, most know that elements found in the same diagonals also have similar physical characteristics. Fact number 2. The very first person to ever win a second Nobel Prize was Madame Curie, who won for physics in 1903 and chemistry in 1911. Or fact number 3. One of the heaviest elements on the periodic table is tennessine, which was named after the state of Tennessee because a key member of the research team teaches at Vanderbilt and wanted to, quote, bring distinction to the region by naming an element after it.
I'm just going to go ahead.
We have our answers. Let's see them. And you were all correct on this one.
Yes.
The diagonals is the one that is false.
The last one was too weird to not
Yeah,
be real.
that's-
I knew that one for a fact.
The 4th one, this is our theology one. Fact number 1. Many people know of the line of anti-popes that resided in Avignon, France during the late Middle Ages, but there have been 4 figures since 1600 that have been considered anti-popes by the Catholic Church, including most recently, Pope Felix VI, who reigned from 1891 to 1908 due to a schism in Eastern Europe regarding the persecution over the Romani people. Fact number 2. During the December 20th, 1334 papal election, many cardinals voted for a random candidate on the ballot in order to see how the other cardinals were leaning, but this backfired when many chose the same candidate, and Cardinal Fournier received the required 2/3 of the vote to become Pope Benedict XII. Or the 3rd one. The 13th century Pope Gregory IV stated that black cats were instruments of Satan and ordered that they be exterminated throughout Europe. After people followed through with his order, the reduction of cat population caused a large spike in the population of disease-carrying rats? Anti-pope, accidental pope, or black cat pope? What do we got? The correct one is number 1. The incorrect one, I should say.
Embarrassing. Would have been embarrassing.
3 to 2 to 2. So if there is a tie, then we do have a tiebreaker, which is a number-based one. We'll get to that if we need it. All right, the last one is our literature one. First one, Ray Bradbury, the author of Fahrenheit 451, was a descendant of one of the Salem witches, Mary Perkins Bradbury, who was sentenced to be hanged in 1692, but managed to escape before her execution could take place. Fact number 2, Edmund Spenser, a British poet, wrote the Amoretti, a sequence of sonnets, many aligned to the poems to match, or many of the poems aligned to match the themes of the daily prayers found in the English Book of Common Prayer. Because of this, many poems have themes of sadness or redemption and glory, like those that align with Good Friday and Easter Sunday, respectively. Fact number 3, Theseus is known in Greek mythology as the slayer of the Minotaur and as a just king of Athens. But he also makes many other appearances in myths, including giving Hercules one of his 12 labors and being the gift giver who gives Perseus a mirror shield with which to attack Medusa. All right, let's see the answers. Correct answer was number 3. All of you got it wrong. So our winner
Ding, ding,
of
ding.
episode 5 of Wiki, Whaat?
Yes.
Father Dominic.
Thank you. Thank you. Clearly very intelligent.
Thank you for watching another episode of Wiki, Whaat? Join us next time.